How's it going, guys? What I wanted to do in this video is actually talk to you all about a couple of cases involving gun rights that are coming up in front of the Supreme Court. The first case that I want to look at is this one here. According to Forbes, this is a case that is where the court is going to consider an exemption to the Fourth Amendment for cops to seize guns. This case comes out of Rhode Island, and it involves an argument between a couple where the police came in after they took the husband to have some psychiatric evaluations. They said that he threatened to harm himself, that sort of thing. And, of course, he was immediately released. It was basically just an argument between a husband and a wife. She called the police to do a wellness check on him, and then, they removed him, sent him to a hospital, and while he was at the hospital, they went back into his home and took his guns from him. Okay, there was no problem found with the husband. Again, he was immediately released and that sort of thing. But the case centers around whether or not the police had justification for seizing the man's firearms. And this case is going to be very interesting. My opinion of it is going to be thrown out. I think that the police overstepped their bounds on this one, and based upon what I have read in this article, there are some strong reasons why I think that the court is going to strike this one down. We can see here from the article, I have it on screen here, the police decided to go on their own to go in and seize the gun. And, of course, Sotomayor is a justice appointed by Barack Obama, and she is not necessarily what we know as gun-friendly. However, some of the way that the questioning went and things like this, according to this article, I think that it shows clearly that there are some concerns that even she had as far as the police being able to enter someone's home and seize their property. And let's look at just some of what she says here. The Sotomayor was less sympathetic toward the officer's second seizure. Missing here, she noted, is the next step, which is going into the home without attempting to secure consent from the wife and seizing the guns and keeping it indefinitely until a lawsuit is filed. And there, of course, is a photo of her. Again, she is an appointee from Barack Obama, but I don't think that even she liked the fact that the police went in there, and the line of questioning that she made really makes me think that even she may vote to block this kind of nonsense. Don't let the headline fool you on this one. And you can see here, this is one of her questions. When we permit police to search and seize without some standard, we run the risk of situations like this. This one repeating themselves, Sotomayor remarked. And I think that is a very important part, because even she recognizes how dangerous this precedent could be of allowing police to go in and seize property like this. And who knows where this could go from here. So this is just one of the two cases that I really think that we should be paying attention to at the Supreme Court level. I know that this is one that really has not gotten a lot of media attention, but it can be a very crucial one, because if it goes the other way, that could be a serious threat to our Second Amendment rights. Another case comes out of New York, and we can see here, reported by CNN, the Supreme Court to discuss a case that could expand our Second Amendment rights. What this is in New York, where they have a May issue or whatever it is called up there. Some of you guys from there can talk about it down in the comments below. And basically there's a lawsuit that has been filed where an individual wants the ability to carry a firearm outside of his home. And the courts, for the longest time, as this article here points out from CNN, again, not a very gun-friendly news source, but it is one that we need to pay attention to. Let's turn off this audio. Now, the courts for the last several years have been dodging cases from the Second Amendment, and even this article acknowledges the frustrations of some of the justices. But with the addition of a couple of Trump appointees, Kavanaugh and Barrett, I think that could very easily change. There's several cases in these folks' background to where they clearly felt that the Second Amendment was not being treated the way that it should be by the court system. So here we go again with either the courts deciding to hear this case and siding on the side of constitutional rights, which we all know the Second Amendment is the most abused right that we have. And hopefully this time they will get it right and they will strike down some of this nonsense. So here we go, and you can see here 3 years, for example, Clarence Thomas charged the Second Amendment as a disfavored right in this court. And he made that statement shortly after the courts had declined to hear the last case. They basically tried to sidestep it. But now when we have the addition of Justice Barrett to the Supreme Court, this is a case that, again, will come up before the courts and very easily could work in our favor in expanding the Second Amendment rights. Now, for most of us, if you live in a red state, as it's called, or what we can call free America, your rights to carry concealed are very broad. There are up to, I believe, around 19 states now that have constitutional carry, or somewhere around that number. So that's pretty much where half of this country is. It's basically these liberal-dominated states. I know some people may get crazy that I mentioned the word liberal on here, but that's the reality is, folks. It's the Democratic-controlled states where we see all of these infringements on our Second Amendment rights. But anyways, these two cases are a couple that I think that we should watch. I think that this is a good opportunity for us to see some positive actions come out of the courts finally. And I just wanted to point these out to you all. But guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. And what I'm wanting to do with this series of videos, if you watched my last video, I talk about where there's a lot of media bias when it comes to guns. And the best way to combat that is to educate ourselves on the issues and try to get those facts out into the public. And that's somewhat of what I'm wanting to do with some of these videos like this, is I want to try to get some more information out there for you guys, just to try to get these issues out there to where everyone can make better informed decisions, where everyone can have a topic of discussion with their representatives on these issues and things like that. But guys, let me hear from you. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Be sure to subscribe. Check out the links down in the description. That way you can help to support the channel, anything that you buy through those affiliate links. And also, guys, please share the videos to help overcome some of YouTube's shadow banning of my videos. That's something that a lot of the gun channels are hitting on recently, just because of the way the YouTube is doing. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out the links down below. Let me hear from you, and we will see you next time.